Alright. Gonna do a quick pre-lunchtime stream. Oh, what the heck? Oh man, the paint on my Donkey Kong mug's already chipping off. Well, that's why it was $14, I guess. Probably want to get much more done on this, but any little bit. For once, the kitty cam's been pretty active. Well, I mean, in terms of having a cat in front of it. The cats haven't been very active, but they're there. Hey, Oswald. Oh, you're too sleepy to be funny. This has been a pretty relaxing Sunday so far. This is nice. Got some streaming done. Got to go out, enjoy the nice weather, sleep in. Probably ranks amongst the best Sundays I've had in a while. anybody's watching right now. One person that might actually just be picking me up. I'm just wondering how the volume is on the music, because the previous stream I did that I uploaded, I noticed you can barely hear the music on YouTube. I've tweaked some stuff, so hopefully you can. But I guess I'll find out when I upload it. It's not the worst thing in the world, at least it saves me from getting a bunch of copyright claim stuff. Because you can kind of hear it, but like in the video I uploaded earlier, but you really have to crank your volume. I don't know if it's just a sound font they picked for this game, but it sounds a lot like... It reminds me of Pokemon music at times, just some of the instruments they use in Mother 3. Cascade, thanks for the follow. So I'm gonna reset my chat. Sometimes it drops out and I don't see messages at all. Chat only. Cool. Dang, 4 viewers. I'm pretty sure we're already at, we've already surpassed, like, my total amount of viewers that my earlier morning stream. This is probably not going to be a super long stream, but, thanks for tagging along, everybody who's here. Yep. Doing some cartoons. Oh, yeah, no, it's just for an animation. It's an episode of my my superhero animated series. And by series, I mean it's like the 5th one. Been working on this for a few months now. I just started streaming because it kind of forces me to not procrastinate too much. It's also a terrible hand. As long as you don't see it, though. No, that hand's definitely gonna be visible. Oh, thank you. Really appreciate it. They're not, I mean, they're not super long, but they're a lot of fun to make. This is going to be a remake of the very first animation that I did, because it was more of an animation test than an actual episode. But this is gonna be a lot more fleshed out. Yeah, I mean, short is a lot easier to digest too. Especially if you've got somebody watching that's only got a few minutes. Also, I think this is probably gonna end up being about like 4 or 5 minutes. I think anything past that would either it would take a sharp dive in quality, or it would just never come out because it would take forever. Wait, I'm not even going to see that part of the arm. I don't know why I'm bothering to redraw that bit. Just good old CS6. It's a little old now, but I mean it still gets the job done. And I don't really see the point in paying $20 a month to get to use CC. But I mean, really, it's there's a few things in this that are, you know, streamlined compared to older versions of Flash. But I've done some work in like CS2, even like as recently as a few years ago. And other than like a few like shortcut keys and settings that were kind of annoying to deal with, like it's all pretty much close to the same. really? I'm not... I've only touched animate once. There's a couple things that seem cool about it, like being able to like retain the size of your brush when you zoom in, and being able to have like different kind of lines. But I mean, I guess if the tool doesn't work properly, then those features are kind of pointless. I know I think you can get some of the like really old Flash, like CS2 I think you can get for free, so I think some people might just use that too because it's easy to access. It's not working out. The VR cam? What, so what can you do with that? Is it... Is it sort of like how you can set up like maybe different like cameras, or I've never heard of VR cam before, so I'm not quite sure what it is. on, Flash. Oh, cool. Yeah, that'd be pretty handy. You can do stuff like that in Toon Boom too, which is pretty useful. The current Flash, it's a bit annoying to have to kind of, if you want to have any sort of camera move, you need to have everything inside symbols, and then move those symbols around. So that would definitely be a super useful feature. Can you do like, can you do pans and stuff like that with it too, or is it just for like zoom in? I mean, once you get the hang of it, like the whole animation part in Toon Boom is fairly easy. But I've been using it for almost 3 years now, so I'm used to it. But there's definitely a lot of stuff you can do in Toon Boom, and that kind of stuff like particle effects and different like lighting, like different lighting modules and stuff. Like once you start going to modules and like very specific like effects kind of stuff, then it can start getting kind of complicated. Like we have a whole effects department at work, and whenever I go into a scene that has like effects already in, it just baffles me like how intricate some of the stuff is. But just like for just doing animation, it's not much more complicated than Flash. And it's nice because you can create builds for characters, and you can actually move individual parts of the character without, like in Flash, if I made like a symbol for, like, you know, if you had like a symbol for the character, and then you had like symbols for arms, and you wanted to move those around, you'd have to go inside the character and then like move the arms in there. But in Toon Boom, it's all kind of laid out on one giant timeline with a bunch of folders, which kind of looks daunting at first, but it's just so much more practical and fast when it comes to animating, because you can kind of just click on everything and move everything around without having to go into like sub layers. Yeah, I love the keyframe caddy, especially for lip syncs. I think I'd go insane if I had to lip sync without it in Flash. Like it just makes things a lot easier. Toon Boom actually has kind of a built-in keyframe caddy type feature in there too, which is really neat. I'm sure there's stuff I could get for Flash though to make it like more user-friendly. The only thing I ever really downloaded was the keyframe caddy, so I'm not super sure what else is out there for it. So what kind of animation do you make? You should, if you got anything online, you should drop me a link so I can go have a look after I'm done with this. This might look like crap, but once I clean it up, I'll probably just sort of tween these parts around so it won't look like such garbage. Plan this super well. For drawing, like doodles and stuff, or I do a lot of just paper sketches, but like for making like illustrations and stuff, I mostly use a mix of Photoshop and Flash. It depends on what I'm going for. If I'm doing something that's kind of more that doesn't need anything too crazy. That's got like simpler shading. I'll usually do it in Flash because it's my Photoshop is a little chuggy, but it's a bit of a mix of both. Oh man, this is. What about you? What kind of software do you use other than Animate? Oh, just a normal tablet. For the most part. Actually, entirely. I don't have a Cintiq. Wouldn't mind getting one someday, but I'm not super in a hurry for it because I'm just kind of used to this. I feel like if I had a Cintiq at home, it would make it really hard to go back to using a tablet at work. Nice. What kind of animation do you do? It's funny actually, I pretty much do most of my storyboards on paper. It's like super roughly because it takes me twice as long to do on the computer. But they also, I mean, they look super rough. If I had other people do, if I had other people interpret them, I probably would put a lot more work into them. But because it's mostly for like a rough like guidance for myself, I kind of do the bare minimum. Oh, nice. It's a pretty hefty project. 10 minutes. Oh, cool. So your first animation online, or your first like attempt at making a like animated short? Oh, sweet. Oh, I wish you luck with that. Hopefully that hopefully it works out well. on Flash. Animation is fun. It's a pretty demanding art medium, I guess you could say. It's pretty. The animation's pretty demanding, but it's super rewarding once you get like a short or like whatever animation you're doing done. I'd say, I mean, for your first animation, I think Flash is probably a good place to start, because it is pretty simple. I think that's where like most people who animate online really started. Sweet. Yeah, I think, I mean, different people like different software. I've seen people do animations in After Effects or in Photoshop. Those are like two, like, it just feels so weird and foreign to me. But I mean, if it works for those people, that's the important part. Actually, I have a lot of respect for people who have the patience to do animation in Photoshop. I tried making just animated GIFs in it before, and just losing my patience completely. So to do a full animation in there, it's pretty impressive for me anyways. Or, I guess I should say, it looks impressive to me. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm also... all my software is on CS6, so I have no idea where, like, any of the new Adobe CC stuff is at, or what it can do above what I already have. But yeah, having sound in there, I feel like, is a pretty important thing. I'm kind of surprised you couldn't do that before. Jeez, I wonder how people like managed to sync up their sound before that was in there when they made Photoshop animation. I guess maybe they had it timed, like, they probably had a timing sheet or something that was pretty well measured. Not the best, but I'll smooth this out when I clean it up. That works well enough for me. Oh. What a sleepy kitty. Yep. He's working the hardest. He's the one who likes to show up on camera the most. My other boy Sinclair doesn't. Shows up once in a while, but he doesn't stay put for as long. Oh yeah. I don't know if I have a link to my YouTube on this, but I can drop one in the comments. I usually put my stuff on Newgrounds first, and then like a couple weeks later, I'll put it up on YouTube. I get a lot more viewership and a lot more comments on Newgrounds usually, because it's kind of hard to do original animation on YouTube and get noticed. But I like to put my stuff everywhere just to make it easier to be seen. I do have some really old stuff on my YouTube channel that I don't have on my Newgrounds, because it's ancient stuff without any real like purpose or planning. It's like some college assignments and whatnot, and shit posting from 5-6 years ago. Yeah, they've been working on it for a few years. Well, a few years, for the past year or so, make it mobile friendly. I think right now they're a bit in a bit of a transition, because it looks a. Oh, no problem. Thanks for the interest. It looks a little blinder than it did. A lot of the buttons are kind of plain and simple, but I think they're just kind of transitioning to the new design, like in terms of interface, and then they're gonna go full blown with the making it look real pretty. One thing I do wish YouTube, I do miss about old YouTube, is when you used to be able to like super customize your user page. Because when I first opened my YouTube channel, it was like probably like a month after they removed like the ability to change your background and to put like animated GIFs and stuff in your like profile pictures and whatnot. That needs some work. Yeah, that was really rad. I actually find that YouTube's design is getting worse and worse as it goes on. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I like being able to personalize stuff more. I wish you had at least more options. Because I mean that's the kind of cool part about if you ever if you make your own website or you make your own, I don't know, super nicely customized like Tumblr page, but it's kind of hard nowadays compared to like the olden internet days to get people to go on your website and stuff. So you kind of have to, I don't know. I feel like I wish you could have that degree of customization that you used to have before. No, that's kind of true. Well, I mean, that's totally true. I think the bubble's about to burst on YouTube, at least for like what people traditionally think is like the YouTube ecosystem, because they're pushed to being advertiser friendly. I think that's gonna drive people away eventually. It's definitely gonna hamper anyone else from doing it as a living. I mean, I have a full-time job that just is I'm pretty happy with. So like making animation and putting stuff online is more of like a passion project. I'm not trying to make a living out of it, but if I was, I think I'd be kind of worried right about now. Or at least, if I was thinking about doing it as a living, I definitely probably would reconsider with everything that's been going on. And it's their platform, so I mean, they do what they want. It just, I feel like that's sort of like a side effect to... It's kind of sad that the internet collectively decided that YouTube is where we get like 90% of our entertainment, because they sort of have a monopoly now on it. And I think it's gonna make it... I mean, there's VidMe that's popped up, and I mean, Newground's been there for years, but there's nothing even remotely big enough to compete with YouTube right now. in terms of views. But if they keep pissing off YouTube creators, maybe that's going to change soon. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I think it's already... I know for a lot of people, it's already becoming more, like, viable to stream their process than to, like, make money off of the video itself. I mean, if Twitch starts letting people kind of long-form archive their videos and upload, you know, non-gaming related videos without like just streaming, it might even push that switch even faster. How does that look? That's not the worst, but that's not great. I don't know, I'm having such a hard time just skewing friggin' frames right now. That's better. Well, it kind of works. It's going to be another part I think I smooth out during the cleaning process. For a second I thought, oh, yeah, not a problem. Thank you for joining in. It was nice having you around. And good luck with your animation. Definitely, when it's done, shoot me a link or something. I'd love to see. Oh, thanks, dude. Appreciate it. Thanks, man. It's actually not bad timing at all, because I think after this, it's gonna be time to go make dinner. Dinner! Yeah, that's nice enough. Yeah, that looks... with a head bob and the hair dryer, that looks a lot less wonky.
It's risen, so it's risen. So
I might ditch this frame and just go straight into the so. So.
It's risen.
Come on. Come on, Flash.
It's risen. So.
Yeah. Well, about halfway there with NoMan, at least.
What are you doing on top of this tall building? This isn't exactly the safest place for a kid to be.
It's none of your business, but for your information, I was watching the sunrise.
Well, it's risen, so back inside you go.
Yeah, that works better like that. Well, it's dad time again. I think I'm going to be logging off for now. But thanks everybody who watched live, and if somehow somebody decided for some reason to watch that on my YouTube channel, thank you. And we'll see you guys next time.